Alleah here with the next inspirational quote. We're going to chat about it through the eyes of law of attraction, which at the very, very basis is the idea that like energy attracts like energy. It explains why people say things like, when it's good, it's going good. When it's bad, it's going bad. It's why people say, you got to feel confident if you're going to get the job. It's happening to you whether you believe in it or not, but whether you believe in it or not and have the desire to learn is going to be the difference between having an easy, joyful life or a struggle. So I don't tend to try to convince anybody of this idea, but for those who are wanting to learn or who are like, yes, I totally believe this, then I'm here to help hone in your skills with you. So we do these daily inspirational quotes, chat about them, short videos, and a little bit every day adds up. And you don't have to be perfect at this stuff to see big, big differences. You just have to be maybe a little bit better than you were yesterday. Being a little bit better today than yesterday means you're gonna have results immediately. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Let's dive into today's quote. Claude Bissell. Risk more than others think is safe. Care more than others think is wise. Dream more than others think is practical. Expect more than others think is possible. There's a few things I want to talk about here. This first line, risk more than others think is safe. Energetically, you need to feel safe before you take a risk. So by the time you're taking a risk, it probably shouldn't feel like a risk to you. Maybe there's some elements of losing money or losing time, but law of attraction would say if you're nervous, you should be nervous, because if you're nervous, you're attracting more things in your life to make you nervous. So if there's a risk and you're feeling uneasy or you're not exactly sure if you should do it or not, don't let a quote like this just push you over the edge and take action when you're actually feeling a little nervous. The question is, do you feel safe? And if you don't feel safe, then don't do it. In both directions, this is saying risk more than others think is safe, which is saying do more, but maybe you're not taking action and others around you think, hey, it's totally safe, you should be doing this. Who cares what others think? It's all about your energy. So if you feel safe, do it. If you don't feel safe, align your energy until you either feel safe or not. The how on that is a little too much for this video, but a tiny little tidbit of how you would go about doing this is you would basically need to change your belief system. So you'd be thinking, I have this thing that I want to do maybe, and it's a little risky and I'm not sure. Well, we need to look at why do you feel like this is risky? And what is your energy about it? And starting to rewrite those stories a little bit. Like rather than saying this might be risky, you could be like, this might be amazing. And then posing the question of the universe, is this going to be amazing? Is this a good idea? Because just the difference on asking those two questions is the difference between whether you're attracting something risky or whether you're attracting something that's a good idea. Because whether something will work out or not actually doesn't really affect too much how you actually feel. So maybe you think you want this new business venture because it's going to give you money or it's going to give you freedom. But in reality, let's say the feeling you're trying to get away from is instability. You might be able to manifest a new business and get money, but still feel unstable. So it's really good to try to figure out at the end of the day, at the basis, why do you want what you think you want? And rather than trying to manifest the thing, try to manifest the feeling. So then if that thing is the best route to that feeling, that will be clear and obvious. If it is not, then that will also be clear and obvious. So I had to learn this the hard way. I manifested a really cool business without manifesting how I wanted to feel with it. And that was a learning lesson for me. So really it's like, do you want the money in the business? Well, yes, I do too. But I also really want the clarity. I want the organization. I want the joy. And so we need to be careful on what are we actually manifesting, a thing or a feeling, because you can get the thing with law of attraction, but it doesn't mean you'll get the feeling of that thing that you actually want. Anyways, that's a little bit of a tangent. Let's dive back into this quote. care more than others think is wise, dream more than others think is practical, expect more than others think is possible. And I want to talk about the expecting more than others think is possible, because with law of attraction, we want to have big, juicy expectations. But there's a difference between an expectation with the energy of not having versus the expectation of the energy of having. So if we're sitting around saying, gosh, like I'm doing the work, I have huge expectations and it's just not coming true, then we have to realize, like, at the basis, there's the energy of not having. And you should just know that you will continue to manifest not having. So what is the energy of having looking like? It means, oh, like, big things are possible for me. Wow, like I can learn this stuff and I have plenty of time to manifest cool things in my life. I think it's possible to have juicy relationships. I think it's possible to have money. And maybe those statements are too far from you because you have a lot of negative momentum. So, if that's the case, then find gentler statements that work for you. But just check your energy on whether, when you have expectation, if it is with the energy of having or not having. Anyways, that's today. Have a great day. I'll see you later.